All right, so we're diving deep today, folks, and you know what we're diving into? Journaling. But not just any journaling.
No, not just Dear Diary kind of stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We've got 50 awesome journal prompts from lestallion.com. And let me tell you, these prompts, they're not messing around. They're categorized too, like boom, reflection, creativity, gratitude, you name it.
So like structured journaling, kind of like a guided tour through your thoughts, maybe?
Yeah, kind of just skimming through them. I'm already feeling inspired, like, woo, gotta grab my journal.
Well, it's interesting how journaling has, become so popular for self-reflection, not just like recording the day's events, but really digging deep.
Totally. And speaking of digging deep, let's hit that first category, reflection. One prompt asks about a place that, like, totally changed your outlook. Could revisiting that place, like mentally, even years later, bring back some of that perspective shift?
Maybe. Memories are powerful, right? I mean, revisiting places tied to strong emotions can bring those feelings back, kind of like tapping into a wellspring of past wisdom.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's pretty poetic.
But the real value, I think it's in analyzing WHY. That place was so impactful. Like, what did it teach you about yourself, your values, the world?
Oh, so it's not just about remembering, it's about extracting those, like, golden nuggets and actually using them in your life now.
Exactly. Now, another reflection prompt that caught my eye, it's about a decision that shaped who you are today. Could be good, could be not so good.
Yeah, some decisions we celebrate, others maybe we'd rather forget.
But there's value in exploring both, right?
Sure.
Celebrating those good choices, it can boost your confidence, kind of reinforce your decision-making skills. But those, the ones we might regret.
That's where the real growth happens.
Exactly. It's about understanding why we made those choices, forgiving ourselves, and then taking those lessons with us.
Turning mistakes into, like, wisdom points. Okay, let's shift gears a bit to the creativity prompts. Some of these are just pure fun, like designing a new holiday, or, get this, describing your favorite color as a storyteller. Come on. Come on, it's just...
I think it's fantastic. They encourage, playfulness. We get so stuck in routines and logic. These prompts remind us to use our imaginations.
Yeah. Think outside the box. Who knows, maybe that playfulness could lead to some, like, breakthroughs in other areas of life, like giving our brains permission to just wander.
Mental cross-training, right. You're exercising those creative muscles that maybe don't get used every day. And that flexibility, that's valuable for anyone, not just artists, but for anyone facing, tricky problems.
Ooh, I like that. All right, let's move on to gratitude. One prompt that really hit me was about those unexpected blessings that pop up during tough times. Those silver linings we sometimes miss when we're, like, right in the middle of the storm.
Finding gratitude amidst adversity. It's powerful, right? It's not about ignoring the tough stuff, but about seeking out those glimmers of hope or the lessons that weren't clear at the time.
Like shifting focus from what we lost to what we gained, even if it's intangible stuff, like resilience or, like, a deeper sense of empathy.
Exactly. And remember, gratitude isn't just about the big events, Another prompt, it encourages us to list those simple, everyday pleasures that bring us joy. What do you think? Can focusing on the mundane actually make us happier?
I think it totally can. It's so easy to get caught up in the big picture, the goals, the worries, the whatever, that we forget about the little things, like a good cup of coffee on a cold morning, a good conversation with someone you care about. Aren't those, like, the little pieces that make up a happy life?
I'd say so. Those little moments of joy, they ripple outward, affecting our mood, our energy, everything. It's about appreciating even the simple stuff.
Well said. Okay, are we ready to get serious for a second? Let's talk goal setting. One prompt here asks us to identify those obstacles, those things standing between us and our dreams. Might seem a little negative, but I think there's value in, like, confronting those challenges head on.
Sure. Oh, absolutely. It's about being strategic. By identifying the obstacles, we can start planning how to overcome them, like creating a roadmap to success. And that roadmap, well, it acknowledges those potential roadblocks.
Love that. Roadmap to success. Okay, another one asks us to, like, envision ourselves 5 years from now and then identify the habits that'll, like, support that future self. I'm big on habits. What about you?
Habits are powerful, no doubt. They shape our actions, routines, and ultimately, where we end up. This prompt's cool because it has us working backwards from our ideal future and then figuring out the daily actions that'll get us there.
Like reverse engineering our success. Instead of the big scary goal, we break it down into, like, bite-sized habits. Much less daunting.
Exactly. It's about making those positive choices just part of the routine until they're almost automatic. Not willpower, but a system.
Okay, last one in this category before we move on. This one's all about defining the steps we need to take this week to move closer to our goals, bringing it to the present moment, right? What are your thoughts?
Action. That's what it's about. It's easy to get lost in the planning and the dreaming, but this prompt makes us make concrete plans, commit to actions, even small ones. They create momentum. Okay, so ready to switch gears a bit. We're on to self-discovery now. These prompts, they're all about like figuring out who we are, our values, how we see ourselves in the world, that kind of stuff.
Ooh, yeah, these always intrigue me. Okay, there's one here asking us to like imagine our life as a movie and then identify the main theme. Pretty cool, right?
It is pretty cool. It makes you think about those recurring patterns, you know?
Yeah.
The challenges, the good stuff we've been through. Like, what are the underlying messages there? What's the story we're telling?
Whoa, yeah, looking for that deeper meaning. Like we're the authors of our own stories, right? And this prompt, it's like helping us figure out what we're actually trying to say.
Exactly. And sometimes that message, it might surprise you. You might uncover a strength, a passion, a value, something you didn't even realize was guiding you all along.
Ooh, I love that. Okay, here's another one that caught my eye. It says to list the things you love about yourself, the things that make you special. Seems simple, but I think some people really struggle to acknowledge their strengths, you know?
It's true. We're so quick to criticize ourselves, focusing on what we see as flaws instead of celebrating those awesome things that make us. Us. This prompt, it's like permission to feel good about who we are, flaws and all.
Right. And recognizing those strengths, that could be powerful stuff. More confidence, more creativity, more resilience. I feel it all flows from there.
Totally. When we feel good about ourselves, we're more likely to take risks, you know, go after those passions and just live a life that feels real.
Okay, this next one's a bit more introspective. It asks us to reflect on how we've changed in the past year. Simple enough, but
Revealing.
yeah, I think so.
It makes you acknowledge those little bits of growth, even the tiny ones. We get so caught up in like striving for that next T thing that we forget to look back and be like, hey, I've actually come pretty far.
Right. Celebrating those small wins, those moments of growth that might otherwise go unnoticed, and that recognition
Yeah,
that fuels us to keep going.
for sure. Celebrating the journey, not just the destination. And reminding us that personal growth, well, it's not a one-time thing, it's ongoing.
Okay, this one might be tough for some folks. It says, identify a belief you hold that might be limiting you. That's deep. It requires some serious self-awareness.
No doubt. We all have these beliefs, right? Things we've picked up along the way, maybe in childhood, maybe from experiences. And sometimes those beliefs, they hold us back. This prompt, it's like, it's challenging us to question those beliefs. Like, are they really true or are they just limiting us?
Yeah, breaking free from those limitations, opening ourselves up to, well, to everything. But finding those limiting beliefs, man, that's tough. They're like sneaky little...
They're ingrained. Sometimes you got to look at where you feel stuck, frustrated. What beliefs are driving those feelings? Once you find them, you can start to challenge them and replace them with something better, something that empowers you.
So taking control, really.
Yeah.
Choosing those beliefs that serve us. I love that. Yeah, it's like they give us the words to understand ourselves better, you know?
Exactly, like a way to express those thoughts and feelings that might be hiding out in our subconscious. And when we bring them to the surface, well, we can start to understand them, challenge them, and ultimately grow from them.
And what's really cool is these prompts, they're not just like one-time things. We can revisit them, you know? And I bet our answers will change as WE change.
Absolutely. It just shows how dynamic self-reflection is. We're not like frozen in time. We're constantly changing, learning, growing. So it makes sense that our answers to these prompts would change too, right? Reflecting all that growth and those new experiences.
It's like an ongoing conversation with ourselves, a way to like track our evolution. Imagine looking back at your journal from a year ago and seeing how much your perspective has shifted, how your dreams have evolved. It's pretty amazing when you think about it.
It really is a testament to the power of looking inward and the transformative power of journaling, I think. And it reminds us that personal growth is a journey, not a destination. There's always more to discover, more to learn about ourselves.
So to everyone listening, whether you're a journaling pro or just starting out, I really encourage you to try these 50 awesome journal prompts. They're like invitations to explore your inner world.
Don't overthink it. You know, there's no right or wrong way to journal. It's just about showing up for yourself, creating that space for honest reflection and honoring that journey of self-discovery.
Pick a prompt that speaks to you, grab your journal, find a quiet spot, and just let those thoughts flow. You might be surprised by what comes up.
Even a few minutes,
Huh.
it can make a difference. Help clarify your thoughts, process emotions, maybe spark some creativity. It's all about connecting with yourself.
So, what are you waiting for? Give it a shot. Maybe this deep dive will inspire you to make journaling a regular thing.
It's a gift, really. A gift you give yourself. That space to explore, to dream, to become the best version of yourself.
Well said. And that wraps up our deep dive into 50 awesome journal prompts from lestallion.com. Big thanks to them for this amazing resource.
And until next time, keep exploring, keep reflecting, and keep journaling.